I am 88 years old, and there are mornings now when I wake up already tired, not in my body so much as in my remembering. Most of my friends are gone, the rooms are quieter, and happiness, the thing I chased so carefully for so long, finally feels small enough that I can see it clearly, sitting there on the table like a glass I kept knocking over. I used to think happiness was something you arrived at, a place, a condition, like you worked toward it, checked the right boxes, and then one day it stayed. I believed that well into my 70s, maybe even longer if I'm honest. It's hard to admit how late I was to understand something so simple. I live alone now, not tragically, just factually. The house still smells like me, old soap, books, the faint memory of meals cooked for more people than are here now. When I walk from room to room, my footsteps sound louder than they should. That's how you know you've outlived a lot of your life. When you're young, time feels generous. It feels like a friend who will always wait for you. I made choices with that assumption stitched into them. I delayed joy. I postponed rest. I told myself I would feel content later, once things were settled, once I had earned it. I grew up during a time when women were taught to be sensible above all else. Happiness was a reward, not a priority. Stability came first. Appearances came second. Feelings came somewhere after that, if there was room. In my 20s, I was practical. I married a good man, not a thrilling one. He was kind in the way that looked responsible from the outside. He showed up. He worked. He never raised his voice. I told myself love would deepen with time like everyone said it would, and it did in a way, but not in the way I needed. We built a life that made sense on paper, a house, children, dinner at the same time every night, vacations taken carefully, always mindful of budgets and schedules. I was proud of how well I held things together. I wore that pride like armor. I don't remember ever asking myself if I was happy back then. That wasn't the question. The question was whether things were functioning, and they were, mostly. In my 30s and 40s, I was busy. Busy is such a flattering word. It sounds important. It excuses everything. I was busy raising children, busy keeping the household smooth, busy supporting my husband's work, busy being the kind of woman no one worried about. There were moments, small ones, when something inside me would ache, watching someone laugh freely, hearing music that stirred something I didn't have words for, sitting alone in the car an extra minute before going inside. I noticed those moments, but I didn't follow them. I thought they were indulgent, dangerous even. I told myself happiness was a luxury, contentment was enough. I see now how often I confused endurance for virtue. The cost didn't arrive all at once. It never does. It came quietly, like dust, in conversations that stayed surface level because going deeper felt inconvenient. In friendships I let fade because I was too tired to nurture them. In hobbies, I abandoned because they didn't serve anyone else. I was reliable. People counted on me. That became my identity. And slowly, without realizing it, I began to disappear inside that role. By the time I was in my 50s, the children were grown. The house got quieter for the first time. I remember standing in the kitchen one afternoon, sunlight coming through the window, and feeling an unexpected panic. Not loneliness exactly, more like disorientation. I wasn't sure who I was when no one needed anything from me. That should have been my moment, the opening, the chance to finally ask myself what I wanted. Instead, I filled the space with more responsibility, volunteering, committees, grand plans to stay useful. I was terrified of stillness. My husband and I grew polite with each other, comfortable. We shared routines, but not much curiosity anymore. We never fought, which people admired. What they didn't see was how rarely we reached for each other in ways that mattered. When he got sick, it was sudden, not dramatic, just final, a heart that had worked faithfully until it didn't. I cared for him at the end. I was good at that, of course I was. I knew how to show up when there was a role to fill. After he died, people told me I was strong. They said it with relief, as if my composure made things easier for them. I nodded and accepted the compliment. Inside, something strange was happening. I wasn't just grieving him. I was grieving the version of myself that had waited so long to feel alive that there was hardly any time left to try. That realization didn't hit me all at once. It crept in during ordinary moments, standing in line at the grocery store, folding laundry that no one would wear but me, hearing a neighbor talk about future plans with an ease that startled me. I started to notice how often I had said, later in my life, later we'll travel, later I'll rest, later I'll say what I mean, later I'll make room for joy. Later became a habit, then a reflex, then a graveyard. The painful truth about happiness, the one it took me 88 years to understand, is that it does not wait for your life to be in order. It does not reward sacrifice the way we think it will. It does not grow from neglect. Happiness is fragile. It requires attention, and attention is the one thing I kept giving away. I thought I was being unselfish. I see now that I was being afraid of wanting too much, afraid of disrupting the balance, afraid of disappointing people who were already comfortable with the version of me they knew. There are things I cannot fix now. That's the part no one likes to talk about. You don't always get a second chance. Some doors close quietly and stay that way. Some relationships fade beyond repair. Some parts of you atrophy from lack of use. I can't go back and sit with my younger self and tell her to speak up more. I can't reclaim the years I spent exhausted but proud. I can't feel what it might have been like to choose joy when it was inconvenient. What I can do is sit here in the late afternoon of my life and tell the truth about it. Happiness was never the big moments I waited for. It was the small ones I rushed past. It was presence. It was honesty. It was letting myself matter even when no one else demanded it. I thought happiness would feel louder, more dramatic. Instead, it feels like something that needed room to breathe, and I kept the windows shut. If you're listening to this and you're younger than me, which you almost certainly are, I don't want to tell you what to do. I've lived long enough to know advice rarely lands the way we hope it will. I just want you to notice how often you postpone yourself, how often you trade aliveness for approval, how easily you assume there will be more time. There might be, I hope there is. But time has a way of slipping through fingers that are too busy being responsible to hold it. I am not bitter. That surprises people. I am grateful for many things. My children, my health, such as it is, the fact that I can still sit here and speak plainly about my life. But gratitude and sorrow can live in the same room. They often do. At night before I sleep, I sometimes think about the woman I was at 35 or 42 or 59. I wonder what might have happened if I had been just a little braver, not reckless, just braver in the quiet ways, saying yes to what lit me up, saying no without apology. Those thoughts don't keep me awake anymore. They used to. Now they sit with me like old acquaintances, familiar, not cruel, just honest. This is the last season of my life. I feel that clearly. There's a tenderness to it, a narrowing. I move slower. I listen more. I don't rush past moments the way I used to. In a strange way, I am happier now than I was when I spent my life chasing happiness. Not because things are better, but because I finally stopped asking it to arrive later. If this meant something to you, if it stirred a quiet recognition, I hope you don't ignore that feeling. I did, for a very long time. I'm 88 years old. This is what I learned too late. And I'm telling you now, not to haunt you, but to set the truth down gently in case you're ready to pick it up.